Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sunsetnwaves coming at you once again on the YT. And I wanted to just speak about a few things because if you've been following me on Instagram, you already know what the deal is. But it's one thing to post pictures, but I just wanted people to know that I'm thankful for your caring words. For those who are watching now who don't know, my mother survived the Navy Yard shooting that took place on Monday morning. And it was shocking because, me and my brother received a text from my mother, and she was pretty much stating that, she was in a room and there was a shooter in her building. She's on the 4th floor, and that she loves us and she wants us to, contact the church so that they can start a prayer request. Because my mother, she has a lot of faith, and she, is a devoted Christian, and, she believes in the power of prayer. And that was the text I got, and it was just like I had just woke up, so everything just hit me like with full force. And at that time, I had Carter, I was trying to like get Carter together because I was screaming and crying, and Carter was looking at me like, he wasn't crying, but he was looking like confused. He's never seen that pain, and I think that probably was the first time he saw me in that pain, because I try to really hide that from him. Of course I've had moments that I've cried, but this time I was screaming. I was walking around the house. I was very disoriented, and I kept trying to call some of my friends, and it was 8 o'clock in the morning. Like at this time it was like we got the text like 8:45. So it's early morning. People are in transition through their day. A lot of people didn't know what was going on at that time. Some people had already arrived at work, and I was at a place where I didn't know who to call. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to speak to somebody who I knew was God-fearing. I wanted to speak to somebody who, I don't know, like I called, this lady at my job who, is older, who I really respect, and I called her and I told her the circumstance, and I was screaming, and like, then I called one of my friends and I was telling her what was going on. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm in New York. They're over there in Virginia and DC area. Like, there's nothing I could do. My hands are tied. All I have is this text to work with. I don't have anything else to, go through. I even called Ty because, she's a mom. She has children my age. She's a faithful person. Like, me and Ty Crable, we speak a lot on the phone, and I just, I really admire her faith, and she's always talking about God's going to get you through. So I called her. Unfortunately, she was at work, so me and her could only text at that time. But, I called so many people. I couldn't reach everybody. Then I got Carter dressed. I took him to the daycare, and my mother made it through. She was in one particular room on the 4th floor, and then she was transitioned like by the afternoon to another building by the SWAT team, and she's doing okay. She won't watch the news. She knows some of the people that unfortunately lost their lives. And I'm just thankful to God, that she made it through. She was there from 8:20 in the morning to, I guess he started shooting at 8:20 in the morning. She was there until 7:30 at night. She didn't get released until that time from the other building that she was at. And, life is short, and you really need to, me and my mom, our relationship can be very rocky. If, people know about mother and daughter relationships, sometimes they tend to be kind of rocky, and that's why a lot of times I post on Mama Day, like, I appreciate the relationship that she has with her children, and life is short, and that was just a reiteration of that. And I appreciate my mom. Like, I've always appreciated her, but like, you always think, you have time to mend things, but you don't know what time you have. And Um, yeah. You know, you don't know. You think you have time to mend stuff, and you may not. And you know, like me and my brother, we had gotten into a little argument. We weren't really talking, you know, and he's like saying, "I love you, Naima," you know, and I'm just like, yo, like in the blink of an eye, you know, everything in the blink of an eye, and I say that to say, you know, life is short. And I mean, of course, you always know that, and you hear about these random shootings, and they're never tied to someone you know, like, you know, or sometimes, you know, you're just watching and your heart goes out. But when it was gut wrenching, you know, to know that my mother any second could just be shot and killed, like in such a violent, random act like that, you know, Carter without a grandmother, me without a mother, like, you know, I was so thankful that she was able to make it out. And my prayers go out to any of the family members of the individuals who did suffer this tragedy. And something needs to be done. Like, this man had mental health issues and everything. And it seemed like everything just was water under the bridge. And he was able to work there in the military. And it's the headquarters of the Navy Yard. It's not just like, it's just some little base. Like, this is like a big part of the Navy. And just for somebody to just be able to just get in there like that and just, you know, work under the circumstances that they're saying, all the mental health issues that he had and the past issues that he's had with the guns. And, you know, even his family, you know, their son is known as a murderer, you know, and I know that